I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net, and just now an Indiana Jones trailer came with the Super Bowl that I wasn't watching because don't really care, but I was really happy when my friend Bestman said, "Here it is. Here's the trailer." So I recorded it and uploaded it so we could like take a look at it. And let me see, where's it at? Okay, so I'm gonna put it on right now, and and then it's gonna play normal. Oh, here comes Sebastian, the revenge guy. Hey, dude.
What's going on? Am I coming through clearly?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I apologize that there's a laundry malfunction.
So the thing about it is, it's gonna play the trailer with sound, and then it's gonna without it in slow motion, so we could like look at it and talk about it or whatever. You may have to hit like an unmute button on your end on the screen.
Okay, if anything gets too weird, I'll watch it on my phone because just in case there's a lag or anything as well.
Well, no, I'm saying if you want to hear it.
Gotcha.
Or if you want them to be able to hear you, because when there's sound on these videos, it automatically.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
The participants, yeah. But yeah, it might play like crap. I don't know. I never know what's going to happen on the show. I just kind of go with it, and then I blame it on everybody else, and it's not me. That's what I say. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Have we met? My memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi? Give him hell, Indiana Jones! What are you doing here? Rescuing you! Hang
on! All right, I will see the movie. Sebastian, make sure you unmute yourself in the bottom left-hand corner.
I just did.
All right, cool. So right there, the trailer's pretty much confirming that Voller is an ex-Nazi, which we pretty much knew. And then that's his thug right there. This is from that one shot where he says that Helena's his goddaughter. And then we got another shot of the
from the end of the first trailer, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good right there.
It looks really good. Look at Toby Jones is back there with them. And so
is that a DH Mads Mikkelsen?
Yep. Getting fucking knocked out. They're probably, maybe they're arresting him or something.
I don't know if I've ever seen a young Mads Mikkelsen, actually.
But then they're all,
I've only seen the current one. Yeah.
He's all, and then that makes that train scene a little bit more confusing because it means that some of our old theories aren't correct. Because unless there's two indies there at the same time, which would be weird, but I guess it's possible. You know?
Hey, wouldn't it be a Star Wars / Indiana Jones reaction / if we're not getting some stuff wrong?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. And then it's nice to see Indy on the actual horse. Like this right here, all this stuff right here is like real, and people are saying it's CGI, but I think it looks great.
It's oversaturated. It's on it. They're using the volume. Look, he's gonna run right into that screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the face transplanting stuff some of the face transplanting stuff wasn't that good in the last one, but so right here, this is what we saw being filmed over the summer when Indy had the dots on his face
and that like rubber mask, right? When his stunt double would wear that like kind of Harrison Ford rubber mask when he was like on the motorcycle.
Yeah, that was around that same time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think and then like yeah, they have like Toby Jones has like a clock device in his hands. We saw too back then. So
would you assume that's the Destiny?
Indy gets like a Indy gets like a retirement clock in New York, we think, and we thought maybe like those things. So this right here is this is where he runs into Helena for the first time, I guess, based off of the dialogue. By the way,
yo, Jason, I got a theory. What if just like Rise of Skywalker, there's two dials.
2 dials? What?
Dials of Destiny.
Two Destinies, 2 dials?
Yeah.
That's too many. That sounds like Dial Destiny Part 2 to me, friend.
One's the real one, one's the real one, and then one's the Nazi recreation.
Right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Dials of Destiny.
But he's like, what are you doing here? And then she says, rescuing you, because that's what you say in adventure films, right? I'm rescuing you. But it kind of reminds me of in Last Crusade when Indy says everybody's lost but him. You know, it's that kind of dialogue. that kind of wit.
That's next on my list of rewatching, actually.
Yeah. And then they jump out. I don't know. Is that a B-29? Is that what that is? I'm not really good with that stuff anymore. I
One
knew
of
that
them World War II
good.
bombers, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
But that's what's kind of weird is if it is. Well, look at no, it's not, because look at the wing. It has like a
okay. Because I was just
I think
what I was thinking, what you were just thinking was if they were jumping out of a World War II era plane, but that's old Indy. Is Indy back in time? Is that what you're
yeah, that's where I was going, which still may be the case. That may be some kind of German bomb or something like that. Some World War II dad will have to come in and tell us when he's not playing Halo or Call of Duty for 5 minutes.
That'll also alleviate, if you send old Indy back in time, that'll alleviate you having to constantly go back and forth between that CGI Indy. If you want to tell some stuff set in the World War II era, if you send old Indy back, then you can let up on that a little bit, and then you'll be able to kind of enjoy your movie more than having to look at cartoon Harrison Ford anytime you want to deal with some of this stuff.
Right. Yeah. So Rick Jones says B-52. That's what I was thinking. Like the band, the B-52s. And Bespin says there better be a reaction to Fast 10 trailer. Did you see the Flash trailer?
Yeah, I did. Did you want to check that one out, or
I don't have it all set up or anything.
No big deal.
So yeah,
did you dig it?
I liked it. I think everybody disagrees with me, but it felt like it was going for that Spider-Man No Way Home vibe to me the whole time.
Oh yeah,
and I wasn't crazy about the breaking the fourth wall with I'm Batman moment, because he didn't see the Batman movie.
No, you're supposed to love that. That's for you. They did it.
Exactly. But there's always a chance that in the movie it's not breaking the fourth wall. The trailer was edited in such a way that it breaks the fourth wall. Maybe. Just
like with Jin and Rogue One, right? With the "May the Force be with us" or something. That was like the most cringiest line in the trailer itself. Rewatching the film, it's not so bad. It's still pretty cringe, but not as cringe as Rob. But
oh shit. Yeah, I sent Rob the invites. He might come to yell at you.
I would love to bring it.
He's probably like watching the Super Bowl, like being like, "Yeah, I'm an American man watching."
Does he watch the sports ball?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's why I just like said it to him, like, "Hey, if you come, you come. If you don't, no worries." Like what I tell the ladies.
Hello, Mr. Dale Erdman.
Dale says, I recognize that voice. That Seb, Indie Revenge, Winter Soldier.
You guys want to guess what's actually okay? So that hat, believe it or not, is not real on top of my head. It's photoshopped. What was actually originally on top of my head?
A dick.
Close.
What?
Had a. It was a Funko Pop of what's his face from Jurassic Park. I don't know why I just started drawing a blank. What's his face? That wild Jew from Hollywood.
Wild Jew?
Oh, he's a wild Jew. Jeff Goldblum. Boom.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
The Bloomster.
Man.
Dude, Jeff Goldblum Funko Pop.
I know you haven't been a single man in a while here, right? Am I correct?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But dude, if you go on like a dating app, all you will see are pictures of hot women with Jeff Goldblum in their dating profiles. I don't get it. I'm like, you were hanging out with Jeff Goldblum. What is this supposed to do for me? But it's weird. But hey, that guy gets around, man, and I'm not hitting the player. I'm hitting the game.
There's a very like Zen kind of vibe going on, almost like a Keanu Reeves thing, kind of. I imagine him and them would kind of get along. Pull all the bitches from you. You know what I mean?
Not, but let's go back to the indie trailer again.
Cool.
Let's do it again. So you know how to unmute yourself on the bottom now, right?
Yeah. Are we gonna do the Teletubbies thing where we watch it again?
Yep.
Awesome.
Have we met? My memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi?
That's the Alzheimer's.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones! What are you doing here?
Can I ask a question really quick?
The Sala part, it's making me wonder if it's a cameo, and we get most of the cameo in the trailer.
Are you able to fast forward a little bit to the Sala part?
No.
Okay, no big deal.
Yeah, we're on Rails when I'm using the StreamYard.
Because I know it looks like he's in that opening portion of the film, right? That gets him back into the adventure, kind of.
Yeah.
So,
well,
and
the other shot that we saw of him.
It's that little Nazi dude in the background. Also,
that was Toby Jones. That was Toby Jones. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Truman Capote in one of the films, I think.
They also have him in Captain America. If you've seen the first Captain America.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. How do you feel about that one, by the way?
I like the first two acts a lot.
Fan.
Yeah, the first two acts are good. I think the third act literally ruins it as a film. Probably
they have to go
it just needs to be connected at that point. But Winter Soldier is like my favorite one. The one that follows, it's my favorite one, But I was rooting for Joe Johnson the whole time. Don't get me wrong, You
got to think for guys with long hair and like black eye makeup, huh? Because you got him.
Why do you think you're here, friend? No, I'm kidding. I don't wear black eye makeup.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah. Okay. Funny enough, by the way, I have a really quick fun fact before we roll into this. The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. I don't know if anybody checked that out, but I was tripping balls when I saw that the two of the characters were sitting right in front of the goth club that I go to in Hollywood. And when I was like, oh, it's probably some random street in Hollywood. So when I went to Hollywood to like when I was going to my club that next weekend, I paid extra attention to like the architecture and the doors. Pulled out my phone right there. I'm like, oh my God, Drax is sitting right here on the fucking sidewalk. So I've now been in two places where Marvel characters have been in LA.
All right, let me see if this works. I hope it's MP4 right. Bespin Bulletin. Bespin got us the Flash ad because he's a producer on the show. He just doesn't know it
on the spot.
Bespin on the spot. I'm gonna see if it'll let me not have to do any conversions.
We need like when Bespin comes in, we need like a with when Bespin comes in on the spot, we need some sort of like Bespin
on the spot.
Yeah. They're like, hello here.
The shots inside the bomber look cool though. Like all of the stuff.
I was just thinking that
good.
Looks very authentic and nice too.
Yeah, and it looks like an Indiana Jones movie. That is the one thing. I'm a Crystal Skull guy. I don't hate it, but I mean I can
I really like that
moments in it where you're like, some of this looks really great, some of this doesn't look so good. And
I love the warehouse stuff in the beginning.
I'm glad because I didn't think the last trailer, some of the effects clearly aren't done though. Like Indy's face on the face transplant, I don't think that's done. And I thought that was a bit weird that they were showing it. And in this instance right here, it's like this all looks great.
Why would they show it if it's not complete? It's literally like not even 5 seconds of footage. I mean, wouldn't you think or do you think they had a deadline and it wasn't ready fast enough and they're like, all right, it's good enough?
Oh, by the way, this is where I think those like Viking ships or whatever, the the Old Time Marauders are, by the way, on the coast. We saw a bunch of those show up. Actually, somebody posted some pictures too of like the Roman soldiers and stuff the other day.
When we're looking at this story and we're like, how Indiana Jones is a globe-trotting adventure, how many different locations are we looking at here? And then also like, for example, it looks like we're going to do some some Nazi train stuff. It looks like there's a plane sequence, but then they're also falling out of the plane. So are we going to have some sort of jungle segment as well? And do you know off the...
I don't. I just had a friend. My friend Christopher just sent me something, and it's convincing. He's all there seems to be something hidden in the U in June at the end of the trailer, but I can't make it out.
The U in what?
In the U in June, there's this like little.
Oh, in the Dune trailer?
No, in the Indy trailer for June.
Oh. See, okay, sorry.
On the U. On the U right there, there's some little like weird pattern, but my friend can't make it out. I'm telling him, just showed it on the show.
And
so I mean, it could be an error. I don't know. I mean, until we get like that 4K version, it's for some reason.
Who dropped the trailer? Lucasfilm, right?
It was on the Super Bowl. I mean, so then
Okay,
Disgusting Film had it on Twitter first.
gotcha.
That was
Okay,
where.
here. Do you want me to see if the regular one's up?
Here, right now, yeah, you can if you want to. I'm about to. So when I try to play YouTube videos on the show, sometimes
Uh-huh.
while doing YouTube, for some reason, sometimes it's really bad. But we got the Flash though.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Bespin Bulletin for getting us that. I appreciate it, dude. So we could take a look at old Batman. I mean,
And
what
it
what a
does look
day
like
for 9-year-old me though. I'm like, hey, guess what? You won't get to have this again until you're 43, old man. With
Question:
Michael
You're not a
Keaton's
Transformer.
Batman and Indiana Jones. No, I'm not a
Are you not?
Transformers guy.
You don't have the Transformers kind of vibe flowing off you.
The original Transformers, like I had all the original like G1 toys and watched the cartoon every day. But
So that's not even
the
enticing
Michael
you.
Bay, that is it lost its spirit for me. It's and rather than be one of these guys that makes it his personality, I just said I just won't watch him anymore. You know
No,
what I mean?
but not even the what do you call it? The G1 designs don't even yank you in, huh? Because you know how
No,
they're like kind of
excited, but G1
okay.
Designs with the Michael Bay film aesthetic
Yeah.
is going to work for me. Like I think there's a really great Transformers movie out there waiting to be made.
Yeah, it's probably animated.
You know what I mean? Probably animated, yeah. I mean, I just think if you used the first season as your starting point for the film and really launched it from there and didn't do, all that military guy stuff and all that crap. I think there's a movie there, but I haven't seen it. And I heard Bumblebee's good, but I haven't seen Bumblebee, to be fair.
One personal thing that I would love to see in my lifetime is they had the comic, I think it was Dark Horse back in the day. They did the Transformers crossover with G.I. Joe. That one's pretty rad. As like Cobra kind of discovering the Decepticons and accidentally reactivating them and stuff and starting a whole thing. And it kind of works. It kind of works. And they stole some stuff and used it in the movies themselves. So I think that would be fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, even doing like sort of not called this, but like a Hasbro universe.
Oh yeah, I want to see the Care Bears.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like the boys.
My Little Pony.
It turns out Dusty from G.I. Joe is actually a brony, and that's what we'll find out. Okay, let's take a look at the Flash trailer real quick.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think I have this one slowed down at the end, so we're just gonna like watch it. You can talk over it if you want to mute your mic.
What's happening? You changed the future. And you changed the past.
Whoever Miller could cause a lot of trouble.
Want some help?
You're.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Watch the full trailer online now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Flash.
Of course. You gotta love it, right?
Yeah, that's so fucking cool to see Batman and the real Batman, not the fake Batman that all of you guys like. That's not the real one, the wrong one that you guys like. The good one that I like. I'm kidding, obviously.
Jason, I think in a world there could be multiple Batmans. We could all love the Batmans.
I guess we could all be a Batman if we wanted to. But
like you like ice cream, right? You like ice cream?
Of course. Look at me.
Okay.
I'm that guy.
Okay, awesome. Are you just married to one flavor of ice cream?
No, I'm married to all 32 of them.
Exactly. Let's do the same with Batman.
Point taken. Yeah. No, but I mean, yeah, but Indiana Jones and Batman together, they
Can I ask a question
fit.
real quick for you?
Oh, anytime.
Because I know you're a huge Batman 89 stan.
Yeah,
I fucking hate when people say that shit.
I'm a stan.
I'm a Stan. What does that mean? Who is Stan, and why are you taking on his persona?
Right? Yeah.
But anyways, the thing for me, I just did a humongous Batman marathon. I even went and watched the Lego Batman. But I think for me, that's either kind of a make it and break it for the Batman themselves is how they kind of how they fight. You know what I mean? I really kind of dug the new Robert Pattinson Batman, but at the same time, he wasn't ultra fluid, and I get it, he wasn't trained and stuff, but it wasn't like choreographed. What's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't choreographed like pleasing to look at. You know, if that, I'm kind of not saying it correctly, but yeah, it wasn't the prettiest thing to look at versus like you got your Ben Affleck, who's a little too over choreographed, but it's fun to watch, you know. So I wanted to ask you, with this Batman, one of the make it break it's for me is how he kind of reacts in combat. What did you think of him in these few snippets we got here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about fighting styles or any of that. What is what is Michael Keaton doing in the original Batman? Like just like generic martial arts stuff?
Probably. I don't know.
So yeah, and I would imagine if it is Michael Keaton in that suit doing those scenes, it's gonna pretty much be stuff like that. Also, he's a lot older now. It's been years. It's been decades. So I don't expect it to get.
But do you like that swoop down thing? Do you like how he swoops down and how that didn't look too cartoony for you?
No, I prefer that.
Okay.
I prefer more like for instance, the Christopher Nolan Batman films are good films. I'm not saying that they're not. They just don't really get me they don't really get the Batman side of it that I like, which is I like more of the like the symbolic, we talk about it on this show a lot. You know that scene in the original one where Batman's animated, it's like a little cartoon like shadow moving and stuff.
Yeah,
I prefer that stuff over anything realistic. I prefer like that idea of that the villains are seeing this like monster kind of thing. That's like not really that.
Yeah,
and like it's just more fun to me. And like when he puts the cape up and like the cape has the wires in it, so it goes up, you know, like kind of shit. Like I don't know. It's more dramatic to me. But like I said, I enjoyed the Christopher Nolan movies. But when I'm watching Batman go to ninja school, I'm pretty bored mostly, and I just feel like I'm watching some like action movie. It doesn't feel like a Batman thing to me.
So I have a weird one with that one that I have a personal thing with especially the last one. The reason why that one really irks me is because I feel like Batman should never fight in daylight, and the movie gave, you know what I mean? It looks ugly and wrong for some reason. I'll give it like an exception because I saw it again happen in the Flash trailer right here, but I give it an exception when Batman's teaming up with other people. I'm like, okay, at some point he's gonna have to, but I don't like it, and he's not really supposed to be the daytime fighting kind of guy. So I really hate seeing Batman in broad daylight fighting amongst people, and I hope that is brought to I mean, I get it, Batman in the snow for this at least, but then wouldn't Batman have some sort of like snow armor or something?
Well, we do see like a bunch of the bat suits in the trailer.
Yeah.
He has like a bunch, and then there's a rumor that Flash's suit is built out of one of them.
It is. Have you? Okay, so yeah, it's one of the suits, and then I think if we want to get like uber technical, it's like what the Batman Returns suit, right?
And then that's what Michael Keaton looks like, by the way.
That's fucking rad.
He's got some long silver fox.
So it's me in the future.
It's you in the future. You are Michael Keaton Batman, young Michael Keaton Batman, who needs a haircut. You don't need a haircut. He's rich. He could have people come in like literally do his hair every day.
I'm a mix between the Kurt Cobain Batman and the Michael Keaton Batman.
And Kurt Cobain Batman. But
Kurt Cobain Batman. Boom. Did you just do that right here?
Bestman says he is fighting against similar to how the Arkham Batman fought, it seems. So
I know. How do you feel on the? And we're not going to talk because I do know how you feel about the Snyder films. But one of my personal favorite Batmans is the Dark Knight Returns comic. You know, the Frank Miller one. That's my favorite comic of all time when it comes to Batman. So obviously that movie kind of evokes it, whether and it does its own thing, with the Zack Snyder stuff, and it is overly kind of brutal. Yet at the same time, that fighting style is very Arkham Asylum. It looks, I would love to see some sort of fan edit of somebody adding quick time events because it looks like that's going on, know? So I'm curious how, if this Batman is kind of coming down and gliding Batman Arkham Asylum-esque. How will you differentiate that from the Ben Affleck Batman? You know what I mean? I know there's also a lot more weight with the Ben Affleck Batman kind of going, and that's going to lead into his combat style, where he's kind of going to be chugging and throwing people, where maybe this Batman's, you know, he's old too. So is that going to kind of fight or work into his fighting style at all, you know?
Yeah, I would imagine, like I said, I'm just expecting it to be pretty much what we've got from him in the past. I wouldn't imagine it's going to be like a lot. I wouldn't think you would change it up, especially if the question I have is, we know from the full trailer that Ben Affleck's Batman is in it, but I think when we see him, he's Bruce Wayne. So do we see him as Bruce Wayne in the movie, or
he's on he's on that Batmobile, so you can see him.
Okay.
So so I have a theory. I mean, not a theory. It's pretty much an educated guess. You know what I mean? I think this is how it's going to rock. So if there's 2 DC animated films, and they test this stuff just like Marvel does, just like with their comics and everything. I've been a comic reader for a good minute, so I can tell that Marvel and DC, they try stuff 10 years ahead, see if that kind of works. So in 2 of the animated series, basically, if you watch the Flashpoint, and also the Flash just had some sort of he had an animated movie that came out like 2 years ago where he went to meet the Justice Society or whatever. Anyways, both stories have like Batman in the beginning as like kind of like that, you know, like in the beginning of like Indiana Jones, how there's that like beginning adventure. Yeah. So like
for the first 20 minutes is usually like its own standalone adventure that might kind of link into the next adventure. Yeah.
Yes. So my I don't even want to call it a theory, because I'm pretty damn sure this is what we're going to see. Is we're going to see Flash in the beginning of the thing, and you're gonna have some sort of something like, oh, they're breaking into the bank or the museum or something, and they're holding hostages, and Flash is gonna go try and take care of that himself, and then Batman's gonna kind of team up with him, and then he'll kind of discover that he has some sort of time travel ability, and then that's where we see in the trailer him talking to Bruce Wayne, and then maybe he does time travel a little bit for a second too, and then starts thinking about that concept, and if I can time travel now, I can go back further, and that's where they're having that conversation. And then
you know what I would do?
Yeah.
If I were the Flash, I'd go get the Gray Sports Almanac and I go back to 1955 and play some bets.
Right. Okay. A lot of people always think this, because you always hear people, if I go back in time, I'd create Google or I'd create Microsoft. It's like, yeah, dumbass, but you know how a computer works. I travel back in time and try and tell them about the camera, and then I'd be like, oh shit, I don't know how a camera works mechanically. So you gotta, you know what I mean? Are you gonna be able
I'm not inventing shit. That's too much work. I'm just gonna invest in it. I'll just get, you know what I mean? Just invest in it and then sit back and go into the future, collect your reward, and then move on. Don't sit there and go through all the wasting time of you know, here's how you make a personal computer. Nah, that's their problem. Said that for the nerds. Said that for Bruce Wayne. So I say.
One more thing, going back, circling back around to the Batman suits, by the way. Okay, so we were talking about that Flash.
Here, I'm gonna put the pictures up that Bestman sent me.
Awesome. Cool. So the Batman Flash suit, that's like the second Barry Allen, right? So you had the one Barry Allen from our regular universe, the Flash, and that's where you get like that kind of Tron suit kind of thing going on. It's like that red suit with the yellow Tron lights going through. But the other suit that the other guy has to wear, it looks like it's the Batman suit, but without the cape, and then spray painted red, and then with the yellow and stuff. But then the oddest detail of all is that the ears on the bat suit are shaved off. Have you seen that? The top of so he has the Michael Keaton cowl. I'll try and find a picture for you too if you're curious. But it has the Michael Keaton cowl, and it looks like basically somebody took a chainsaw right above his head and went wow and sawed the ears off.
He's like, "You're not Batman." Wait, here it is, right here. Here's the picture.
Are these
of
different
all
suits?
The bat suits? Yeah, these are all the Bruce Wayne's bat suits. I guess.
Is that a fucking blue and gray one?
That one right there looks like it might have like a chest armor thing. I can't tell if that's shine. But
do you remember?
Look like they're, oh yeah, they are all like, this one has a different cape. This one has no cape.
That one looks blue and gray. You know the blue and gray Batman? That looks rad.
Yeah.
That one looks rad in the middle.
Oh yeah, look right there.
Like black and gold.
Is this what underwater Batman? They finally making all those stupid action figures that when I was a kid. Oh yeah, look,
No,
that one that has
okay.
the goggles. Look, has the goggles on the right here.
So that 1 second to the right, Jason, remember when they were filming the movie, how the director put out that image of the Bat logo with the blood on it?
Uh-huh.
I think that's that one. Because remember how it looks
Oh.
like some sort of like almost akin to what he's wearing in Batman v Superman when he fights. You know what I mean? But almost like a Michael Keaton version. So I think that's maybe what
Yeah.
that one is right there.
Right. Right.
Do you like that one in the center with like the gold accents?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to play middle of the road. I think they all look pretty rad in a way. I mean, I can't really see a lot of it, so there's a lot of like there's a lot of mystery to it here.
I'm
but
being positive about it. I know we're looking at a 30-second thing, and I know if Rob were here, he'd be like, I hope Rob would actually be praising the design, but I know he'd also be like, it's a 30-second trailer.
Well,
So
I know
okay, what's in here?
Rob, you know, Rob's in the old industry there. Rob's already seen most of this stuff before.
You what I like is the
And-
1 second. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I apologize.
Second to the left or second to the right?
Second to the left, the one that's the blue and gray. What I like about that design is I've always wanted to see a Batman with like a cloth, kind of almost like a what do you call it, Adam West kind of thing going on.
Yeah, this is like the 80s Batman comic book like costume, right?
I really dig that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
is it 80s or is it 80s or like early 90s?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like that era. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Like the 80s into the 90s when he was
When
blue.
he's like fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely that. The more I'm looking at it,
Oh, here, let me try and find that Flash one.
and then we got the. Then wait, is this the picture? And then this is the picture of Michael Keaton. This is the picture of old Michael Keaton, and I guess like with this long silver fox hair. He's got some pictures right here. Right here, you can see me and Sebastian right here. He loves us. We're his friends. He has a picture of us on his wall. Looks
We're
like
dead
he moves
now.
that.
We're dead now, but
Well, in that universe we died, but it looks like that picture moves over, and then that's what opens up the staircase or whatever you want to call it, the secret passage, right? Like the picture is moved over. Look, the picture's hanging over the books here on the side, so it's that picture that you move of your dead parents. My fucking parents are dead, and then you get to go become Batman
that way he sees it every time.
every single time.
I would do it like I'd put my like I don't know, like my upcoming car payment up. If I wanted to
Oh man, I gotta
My
go out
Batman-
there, make some Gordon bucks. That's what we call him, Gordon bucks, because he pays you for
$495 fucking dollars. Dun, 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 dun. You know?
What do you mean you won't? What do you mean you won't process my tags until I show you I have insurance?
Yeah, no, for real. Put some DMV.
Bullshit.
Let's have Alfred put up your Daily Mail. Put up some junk mail.
Alfred's dead, man. Alfred's
He
dead.
is.
There's no
He
way
got
Alfred's
the
alive.
AIDS.
No, we didn't get the AIDS. He's old.
He didn't get
Alfred,
the AIDS.
No, Alfred didn't get the AIDS.
I don't know. He could have touched like some rusty silverware in the trash or something on accident.
All right, let's be honest. He fucking had he got a big heroin habit around the time of Nirvana. He got real into that.
For
He
him
was
and Batman
partying with
sharing
Alice
needles.
James. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's sad, but it's
He's
sad,
like,
but
Master
true.
Wayne, can I have that? And he's like, Batman or Alfred, you know this is wrong.
So come on, Alfred, this trend, it's not going to last. In about 3 years, it's going to be girls with hairy armpits at Lilith Fair. Nobody's going to want to hear you play a distorted guitar. And he's like, fuck you, man. They got a dragon on my back. And then that's how we're going to see that in one of these.
Are you sure in this timeline that's not Alfred right there?
That's Alfred. Alfred killed Batman, stole his stuff, grew his hair out, started a band. And
now he rocks the Batman thing.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. I'm going to do this. Who's your favorite Alfred, by the way? Mine's the Jeremy Irons. I really liked their dynamic of how, if you notice, that's the only Batman that gets his Alfred a cup of coffee. I thought that was fucking rad. Do you notice that? Because he sees him more as.
You're saying you like the laziest Alfred of all time, is what you're saying.
No, they're like more. He sees him as equals.
I don't know, man. When you're getting the butler, I think it's time to fire him.
when you're getting the Butler coffee.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
I'm
want to
kidding,
no,
I'm
no,
kidding.
but yeah, no, I see what you're saying. But yeah, but Ben always one of those people where I'm like, I get it. Alfred's your butler and stuff, but he's always like, in this new Batman, the Batman with Kurt Cobain,
Right here.
he's like, shut the fuck up, Alfred. You're my fucking dad.
Oh,
Whereas with the Ben
Multiplicity.
Affleck one, what?
Multiplicity. All of the Michael Keatons from Multiplicity are going to show up and get into these Batman costumes. And they're going to have a Batman army.
If theories are to be proven correctly, there's going to be they're going to have George Clooney in one of those.
Oh,
Michael Christian Bale's. They're even getting
James Gunn shot that down, right? He said that was bullshit, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
What James Gunn didn't tell you though is they are getting what's his face back from the second or the third Batman Forever. Help me out here. My brain's not working.
Wait,
Not
Robin?
Clooney. No, not Clooney.
Val
The
Kilmer?
Batman. Yeah, there you go. Val Kilmer's coming back. He's going in the suit with the straps and the buckles. That way they can like marionette him across the.
No, that's fucking weird, man.
That's fucked up, right?
That's fucking Mad Mardigan, man. If he was healthy, Willow probably wouldn't suck right now. I'm just gonna say it.
I really love Mad Mardigan, by the way.
He would have been like, I'm not doing this Willow.
That wasn't his voice in Willow, was it?
I don't think so. It didn't
He
sound
can't
good to me.
speak, right?
I don't know if he's gotten any better, but I mean they have like a text to speech program for him that emulates his voice because he's spoken so much over the years. There's so many references for it. And
does it at least sound like he's in the same room? Because with Luke Skywalker, that's my number one issue with him.
Yeah.
If it didn't sound like Luke Skywalker was coming in from a whole other room,
yeah,
it sounds like he's standing behind me.
It sounds like VO is what you're saying. Like it sounds like voiceover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
I'm waiting for that to just tone up just a little bit because I was just watching I just marathoned all the Mandos, all the Bobas, all the Bad Batch. It was funny that you said you were doing that because when you did that, I was doing the same thing, time it out perfectly.
Yeah.
And I understood ahead of time when I rewatch things, when something irks you, you're like, okay, obviously, this part's coming. So let me try and at least accept it in a different way.
Yeah.
And I was looking and I was like, okay, the one thing I noticed is like, okay, the face is actually pretty good in Boba. You know what I mean? They got the Luke face down, but his voice is sound. Okay. Had you ever played the Jedi Academy game?
Oh, years ago.
Okay. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like the VO voice actor for Mark Hamill because he always talks like this. Come on, baby Grogu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
pretty good. Yeah. It's weird because when it's not Mark Hamill, I think it almost has like an air of insincerity to it. Like Mark Hamill's performance.
Oh, same with Palpatine.
Usually has like, but like Mark Hamill's like the way Mark Hamill would say something is delivered with such an earnestness that it works. But when somebody else copies it, it sounds like.
No, you are right. He comes from that like kind of version of older fashioned acting.
Yeah.
Too. You know what I mean? Where it would almost, if you're looking at it from the wrong angle, it would almost appear cheesy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think or in the wrong show, it does come off cheesy. Like what's that show that he appeared in after The Last Jedi where he basically was grumpy Luke, but it was really fucking bad.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You proved my point.
Yeah. All right. Well, it turns out it's 5:00, and I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to actually be somewhere for dinner right now.
Excellent, sir. I don't want to keep you.
and I need to apologize to you. You texted me a couple times to play Fortnite, but I was sleeping, and then by the time I could get back to you, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Same.
And so apologize. But one time I did wake up and invited you, and then you didn't accept. So take that.
I was watching Star Trek.
Nerd. No. But yeah, we'll have to play Fortnite pretty soon.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just so you know, no way. Everybody, the behind the scenes, there's no animosity. We're all good here.
No, there's a lot of animosity.
I fucking hate you, asshole.
We're frenemies, and that's why I invited you. So
I don't even like Avatar. I don't even like Avatar.
And
I went and saw Avatar out of spite. Just
so did you actually see it in 3D now?
Yes, because the first I saw it twice, and the first. Yeah, I know you need to go, but if you want to hear just really quick.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, sorry, and I can tell a quick story. No, the first time I saw it, it was really rad. and I think I saw it in 3D, but it was like at one of those like Cinemark XD something. It wasn't 100% IMAX, but it was big enough. But I was really tired that night, and I was holding on, and I was trying to see if the story was good enough for me to want to stay awake.
Yeah.
And I thought one part was a little too silly for me, and that kind of gave me the acceptance to go once the whales got killed. And we're doing spoilers. Is it okay?
It's been out for a while. If you haven't seen it by now, it's your problem, I say.
The part, I mean, some of the stuff is really funny and kind of goofy, and I love it. Like that mech stuff is kind of silly to me. But the part that kind of pushed it over the edge for me was when the lady was crying about her whale. And she was like, "No, it's my soul sister. She was composer of songs. She was writing a song, and we had our babies together." And for me,
Fatboy Slim starts playing Soul Sister. Was that who? Is that who did that? Was that Fatboy Slim?
That was really bad. Whatever that one song was.
Remember that song? No, remember that?
Yeah. And then the song at the end that was almost trying to do like the Titanic kind of thing going on, but it just wasn't.
Yeah,
that was not. But anyways,
overall, that was Bestman Bulletin's favorite, The Weeknd. I think at the very end, wasn't it?
Oh God,
I think it was.
I'm sorry. What a poor soul. We love you, Bestman, but at the same time,
just because you do a song on a movie doesn't mean it's good. That's what I always say.
Bestman, I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Anyways, no, but anyways, I kind of checked out on when we got to the her crying about her whale. I understood that the whale was, they're just like real life whales. They're a lot more than we think they are. So I understood that commentary, but them elevating it to the point where like they could write music and stuff, I thought was a little silly. So I gave myself I allowed myself to go to rest that night. The other night I saw it, I went fully rested, and I was like, I was ready to rock and roll and see this film, IMAX 3D, that full ass aspect ratio, sat in the perfect spot, and I had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time. I thought it was good enough. You know what I mean? I thought it was like cooler than the first one too. And those like water special effects are really rad. The 3D is really rad. And then, like I said, the only things that and I felt bad in the audience. I didn't want anybody in the audience to get pissed at me because there's two scenes really fast that make me just giggle out loud, and I just feel like a jackass. There's the part with the lady, and she has that robot mech, and she goes to what's the bad guy's name, Courage or whatever.
Yeah.
So she goes to shake his hand, right? But she shakes it with the robot hand, not her real life hand. It's so fucking stupid.
It's so dumb. I know.
Okay, and then ready for this? Then she drinks her coffee, but do keep in mind that when drinking your coffee with your robot hand, you have to emulate drinking coffee with your regular hand. And you have to remember also not to hold your hand in front of your mouth too much, because that real cup of coffee is going to go there. So it looks like not only do you need combat training for that mech, but you as well need coffee training to be able to. Oh my God.
I thought we were done. There was a new Mando spot. Hold on.
Do you want to check it out really, really fast?
Wait. So far, it's the same one that we've already seen. I think this is the same one.
Well, you didn't get to the part where Grief busts out his cock.
Yeah. So far, okay. So far, it's the same exact. Yeah.
Wait, can I guess? Was there a scene of some Mandalorians kind of shooting out into the unknown?
No, absolutely
a group of
not.
Mandalorians.
No, that totally did
running
not happen.
Was there maybe an image of them in a cockpit or something? I can imagine maybe one of those.
Yeah, but thank you, Bestman, for sending it. But that's the one that had the. It's pretty much the one that had the kids. The little kid Mandos that we showed the other day. So it looked like, unless I didn't see something there, but I'm pretty sure that's all the same stuff. But yeah, but there is a new TV spot. But we'll look at it tomorrow.
Cool.
Because I'm getting super late, so I'm gonna go now. And thanks for coming and hanging out with me, dude. And you're always welcome on the show. Whenever you want to come on, you just send me the invite, and I'll send it your way.
Cool. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And everybody else, have a good time. Who didn't watch the show because watching the Super Bowl. We'll see everybody tomorrow at the normal time. Be cool.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's